Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am going to get right into this topic because I feel like this is something that I always hope that every video I record is something that can help somebody else, even if it's just to kind of get you through the day, even if it's to get you through your week. And I'm very passionate about that because I know I go on YouTube where I'll listen to a podcast and, it could be that one thing that I listen to that really kind of helps push me through a rough day or something like that. So I really feel like this is something that somebody needs, I don't mean that to sound like kind of weird or anything, but I really do hope whoever this is for, it is beneficial to you. So I'm going to get right to it. Y'all know the whole routine about subscribe and, all of that stuff. So handle that if you haven't already done it. But my talk this week is entitled, I Can't Move. And then subtitle is Growth After the Pain. So I often, like to bring real life into my videos. Y'all know that by now. And I always ask Jaden's permission if I can use something that happened in her life on one of my videos. And so this is one of those instances. And so this past week, she started conditioning for her athletics period. She plays softball. And so, it's been we've managed to get some workouts in and stay, working out. We're just now getting consistent with going back to the gym because of, COVID, but we're vaccinated. So that's been good. But, anybody who's ever played sports, high school, that conditioning is on a whole nother level. So my poor baby was kind of just shuffling around the house like for the past week and stuff. Every part of her body down to her fingers were sore and were hurting her. And several times throughout the week, I heard her say, "Mom, I can't move," And so that kind of made me start thinking about the pain that she was in. And that kind of spurred this whole talk about, growth after the pain, right? Every last one of us, I don't care who you are, where you are, what you believe, what you don't believe, all of that stuff does not matter. Every single person walking this planet, I would argue, has experienced pain in some shape or form. I don't care if it's physical pain, emotional pain, I even say spiritual pain. And what I mean by that is if you are a person of faith, or if you are a person who wants to become more of a person of faith, and maybe just feeling like God is not hearing you, or feeling like your prayers are falling on deaf ears or something of that can kind of stagnate you in your spiritual growth. So that can be painful as well, right? And just questioning, why, God, why is this happening? Why is this not happening? That can be part of our pain that we go through spiritually. And so it got me thinking about that, my poor child just shuffling around. And, it was so tempting for her. Within reason, I let her just lay on the couch and, the soreness was going to pass, after several days. But the thing that I wanted her to understand also is that you just can't stay on the couch. You have to get up and no matter how much that hurts, that's what's going to get you past the pain. And so it's kind of like symbolic, right, of any type of pain that we go through. I am a living witness. I got testimony after testimony after, several different things that I've gone through that have caused emotional pain. I've even had physical pain moments. And yes, Lord knows I've had spiritual pain moments as well. But on the other side of the pain, I can look back and see the growth that has occurred, whether that was physically. I've had several surgeries in my lifetime. And so, the things that I did oftentimes ahead of time prepared my body to be able to heal faster. It didn't mean that I wasn't hurting or I wasn't sore, I couldn't walk or whatever the case was. But it took baby steps, right? If you've ever had a surgery, you don't just get up and start walking, right? You got to take baby steps, right? To get to the other side where the pain starts to subside. Emotionally, anybody who has followed my channel or has talked to me knows I'm very open and share that, I was divorced after a 16-year marriage. I've had failed relationships. I've, just estrangement from family members. All of those things cause emotional pain. And then, spiritual pain. I've shared that. So the point is this, guys. I am not one to ever, ever, ever minimize a person going through pain. In fact, the pain that I've gone through in all of those categories, I think in a lot of ways has made me more empathetic, which is already hard because I'm already an empath. So you tack on more of that. I really have to really check myself when it comes to how much of other people's emotions I take on, because it's so easy for me to do, but it really has made me more empathetic towards people. And so it's not about minimizing. I recognize and that pain is valid a lot of times, but what hurts me to see is a lot of times when people get stuck there, right? When you get stuck and you just stop moving, right? And you feel like, you use that word we should never use, right? Can't. You feel like you can't move. And so my hope and my prayer is that you remember baby steps in all of those categories, whether that's emotionally, that could just be as simple as, when somebody texts you to see how you're doing, you text them back, and not kind of allowing yourself to get cocooned and, into isolation. Physically, if you're hurting, it means making my daughter get off the couch, right? And move, just shuffle a little bit faster, right? And then spiritually, to not give up on God, because God will never give up on us, right? And so knowing that sometimes his silence is not a no, it's maybe a not yet, it's for our benefit, it's never to hurt us, right? And so in those times where you feel like you want to say exactly what my daughter said this week, and that's, Mom, I can't move, I hope you remember that there is growth that can happen. And on the other side of that pain is an amazing blessing, right? And the amazing blessing is always, always going to be priceless. Well, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week or weekend, depending on when you watch this. And I will see y'all on the next video.